Encounters, the RF and Microwave Update series. I'm Pat Hendel, and I'm here with my co-host, Del Pearson. This episode, we're going to continue our coverage of the January radar and antennas issue. And as a reminder, the cover story is written by Slipstream Engineering in the UK, and they cover the pros and cons of direct digital conversion, which is really a growing area, so check that out. So we covered the technical articles in the last episode. So Del, what do we have for product features?
Hi Pat, we had 3 product features this month from ETS Lindgren, Aerovont, and SignalHound. ETS Lindgren has introduced their IntelliTune antenna system, which integrates tunable dipole technology with automated control to replace the traditional biconical antenna. Aerovont shared a product feature on their next generation Access Series VNA extenders up to 330 gigs, which are designed for manufacturing and underwent extensive qualification to ensure long-term reliability, amplitude stability, and phase stability. Finally, SignalHound introduced their PCR 4200, a versatile 4-channel receiver that operates from 45 megahertz to 20 gigs and streams 40 megahertz of bandwidth per channel. Pat, tell us about our January tech briefs.
Yeah, for tech briefs, we had radiation-hardened space-based power systems from International Rectifier Hi-Rel Products, and that's part of Infineon Technologies. And we also had a sub-1 gigahertz wideband power amplifier from Qorvo, and this has coverage from 100 to 1000 megahertz with an efficiency of 55%, so it enables longer runtime in battery-powered radios and IoT devices. And we also had a special guest join us for today's episode. Ian Dunn, CTO at Spectrum Control, talked with me about their evolution into subsystems and their new design approaches to meet their customer needs. Let's take a look at a clip from that now. So Spectrum Control has a long history in high-performance RF components, but in the past year or up to 3 years, maybe you've moved aggressively into the subsystem area. What market or customer signals led you to that decision?
I think the most remarkable part of it was probably the need for speed, and it really comes out of the latest conflicts where people are adapting to the battlefield at levels that were just never seen before. I remember distinctly meeting with one of the government's agencies, and we were talking about a capability they wanted to field, and typical me, I was thinking, oh, something maybe field in a year, try it out. And they're like, no, we need to field it in 3 months. And so it was really that speed element. And it was those conflicts kind of outside of the US domain that we're seeing this acceleration of capability, adaptability, even to some extent composability, although it's a little bit of a wild west in that area, maybe almost a little hard for the US national security complex to kind of comprehend that rapid composability on the battlefield.
It's always interesting to talk with Ian about new design approaches, as he's very knowledgeable in those areas. Turning to the news, there were some very large aerospace and security contracts awarded, so I wanted to cover a few of those. Airbus Defence and Space has been awarded a contract by Eutelsat to build an additional 340 OneWeb LEO satellites. Together with the previous batch of 100 satellites procured in December of 2024, the total number of satellites ordered by Eutelsat amounts to 440 now. And these new satellites will ensure operational continuity of the OneWeb constellation. And the satellites will be manufactured in the Airbus Defence and Space Toulouse facility, which is newly installed product line, and with a delivery of the end of 2026, so pretty quick turnaround there. Also, Hughes Network Systems, which is part of EchoStar Company, announced it's been awarded a contract for the Missile Defense Agency Scalable Homeland Innovative Enterprise Layered Defense, or SHIELD. This is an IDIQ contract with a ceiling of $151 billion, so quite large, and it encompasses a broad range of work areas that allows a rapid delivery of innovative capabilities to the warfighter with increased speed and agility. So by embracing transport agnostic and software-defined open architectures, Hughes is really reducing the operational burden and cost. And finally, Rohde & Schwartz announced that they won a multi-million-dollar award from TSA. They'll be supplying their QPS 201 AIT security scanners to passenger security screening checkpoints that were selected for the Soccer World Cup 2026 host city airports. The system achieved the TSA qualification in 2022 and is also approved by the European Civil Aviation Conference. The system uses safe millimeter wave technology to rapidly and accurately scan passengers for concealed threats, and the system only requires milliseconds per scan and is an open design and hands-down scan pose makes security screening easy and accessible to travelers. We just did an article on millimeter wave and ultra-wideband security scanning systems, so this is timely. It's in our December issue, so you can check it out. And we covered many different ultra-wideband and millimeter wave scanning systems. Del, how about you for the news?
Yeah, and I was traveling last week and went through one of their scanners, and they're a lot less claustrophobic than the others, so I'm excited to see them in more airports. I saw news from the Dell Oro Group that fixed wireless access continues to surge, supporting both residential and enterprise connectivity. Total FWA subscriptions are expected to continue their steady growth and surpass 191 million by 2029. In the realm of green initiatives, we have two exciting pieces of news. The Broadband Forum has been working on new standards for power management. They predict that these standardization efforts will mean devices such as home gateways, repeaters, and set-top boxes will be able to enter low power, energy saving, or deep standby modes, resulting in energy savings of up to 1.3 terawatt hours in energy use from homes across Europe. And that's equivalent to powering the annual residential needs of cities such as Athens, Copenhagen, or Lisbon. Also in green news, Huber & Suner has strengthened its ongoing sustainability efforts by changing their packaging methods and materials. These changes deliver greater product durability and dust protection while ensuring a lighter transport weight for reduction in emissions and operational costs. Thanks to positive customer feedback, Huber & Suner will be extending this initiative to continue serving their customers and the environment. And I think we can all use some of that good news these days. So Pat, tell us about some of the events.
Turning to events, I'll be attending DesignCon at the end of February, and this was delayed a whole month this year due to the Super Bowl taking place in Santa Clara. And then I'll only home for a day, and I have to head off to Mobile World Congress Barcelona. So I'll be covering both of these events with an online summary and here on Frequency Matters, so look out for those in the future. Del, how about you for events?
My first event this year will be Satellite Show in National Harbor, Maryland in March, so I hope to see everyone in person there. Our 2026 editorial calendar and media kit are now available online, so if you're interested in contributing an article, please let me know. I think that wraps up this episode. Our sponsors are RFMW and Spectrum Control. RFMW is a technical distributor of RF and microwave products and also power management. So when you start your next design, please consider their multiple product lines. Spectrum Control is a global leader in high-performance RF and microwave signal processing and conditioning and electromagnetic interference protection. Remember, as a member of the industry, a subscription to Microwave Journal is free, so visit our site and subscribe today if you're not already a reader. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channels, and thanks for watching. Join us next time for Frequency Matters.